Hello students, so today you are going to learn a new lesson motion from class 9. Already in the previous video you have learned some information about the motion. So once again I will revise what is the motion. In the previous video you have learned about describing motion. So what is the motion? Motion is the change in the position of body with time. It's called as motion. And distance moved is actual length of the path travelled by body. What is displacement? Displacement is the length of the shortest path travelled by body from its initial position, means starting position, to its final position, means end position. So that shortest path means the length of the shortest path travelled by a body from its initial position to its final position is nothing but is a displacement. So already you have learned all this term in the previous video. Once again I am revising for all of you. Now uniform motion means what? So uniform motion, if a body travels equal distances, if body travel equal distances in equal interval of time, it's called as uniform motion. And if body travels unequal distances in equal interval of time, then that motion is called as non-uniform motion. Speed of a body is the distance travelled by body in unit time. That is called as speed. Distance travelled by a body or by an object in unit time is nothing but is called as speed. So all these terms already explained. Now average speed means what? Average speed is the ratio of the total distance travelled to the total time taken. Total distance travelled to the total time taken is nothing but it is called as average speed. So this term already you have learned in the previous class. Now few more terms are there which are new for all of you. So I will explain all those things. Next is speed with direction. So what is speed with direction? You can see here the rate of motion of a body is more meaningful if we specify its direction of motion along with the speed. The quantity which specifies both direction of motion and speed, that is called as velocity. So speed with the direction, speed and direction. If any object is in motion or any body is in motion, then it would be more meaningful. It would be more meaningful when if we specify its direction, means the moving object's direction of motion along its speed, means the quantity which specifies the direction of the motion and the speed, that is called as velocity. Now velocity of a body is displacement of body per unit time is called as velocity. You can see the formula of velocity. Velocity is equal to displacement upon time taken. Means displacement by that object or by a body upon time taken. Means velocity is nothing but velocity of a body is the displacement of the body per unit time. In that time, how much body has displaced, that is nothing but its velocity. Since velocity has both, now velocity has magnitude as well as direction. So because of this magnitude and because of the direction, velocity is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. And vector quantity has magnitude as well as direction. So when any quantity or when any factor shows magnitude as well as direction, then it is considered as a vector quantity. So velocity shows both magnitude as well as direction. So it is a vector quantity. Now what is the average velocity? Average velocity is ratio. It is a ratio. Whose ratio? Ratio of the total displacement to the total time taken. Now here the word is most important, total. Total displacement to the total time taken. Now displacement, total displacement and total time taken. We will take the ratio of both, then we get the average velocity. So the formula of average velocity is total displacement upon total time taken. You can see here in the velocity only displacement upon time taken, but here average velocity total displacement upon total time taken. This total word is added here. So how can we find out the average velocity? Average velocity is also the mean of initial velocity u. Now here initial velocity means starting velocity is shown by u later and the final velocity is shown by v later. So the mean of initial velocity and final velocity is also nothing but it is average velocity. Again the formula is here, average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity, because here the mean word is written. So when we calculate mean, we add both quantity and we divide by it 2. So it is divided by 2. Here initial velocity is represented with the letter u plus v upon 2. Average velocity is equal to u plus v upon 2. So it is nothing but it is the mean of initial velocity and final velocity is equal to average velocity. Speed and velocity have the same unit. So speed unit you have learned in the previous class. So speed unit and velocity unit is same, that is meter per second. We can write in another way, that is meter second raised to minus 1 also. So this is the information about speed with direction. So the quantity which specifies both the direction of the motion and the speed is velocity. Next point is rate of change of velocity. Here you have to read the content book, our NCERT book completely, and you will get more and more information through it. Now what is the rate of change of velocity? During uniform motion, you have seen what is uniform motion. In uniform motion, any object or any body cover equal distance in equal unit of time. That is uniform motion. During uniform motion of a body in a straight line, in uniform motion, object or any body moves in a straight line. So if we show or if we draw a graph, then that uniform motion can be shown in a straight line. So here in uniform motion or during uniform motion, a body in a straight line, the velocity remains constant with time. Here you have to understand, in uniform motion, velocity remains constant with the time, because the object or the body is in motion, it covers equal distance in equal interval of time, so it shows a straight line motion, and when it shows straight line motion, at that time its velocity is constant with the time. In this case, the change in velocity at any time interval is 0. If we see, if any object or there is no change in the velocity, if any object is in uniform motion, then its velocity is constant. So in such a case, the change in velocity at any time is 0, because velocity also constant, and when velocity remains constant, so So there is no change, so the velocity change is 0. If velocity is more at some place, if velocity is less at some place, then there will be some difference. But if velocity remains constant at every interval of time, because as object is in uniform motion, so there is no change in the velocity, or there is velocity will be 0 at any time of interval. During non-uniform motion, now it is about uniform motion, but what about non-uniform motion? Because in the non-uniform motion, object moves in unequal distances or in interval of equal time. Now here in the non-uniform motion, object moves, but the distance is not equal, but the time interval is equal. So there the object will be not in the straight line motion. So during non-uniform motion, the velocity changes with time, because here the distance covered by object is not equal. So velocity can be changed with the interval of time. So here you can see some changes in the velocity. But in uniform motion, the velocity remains constant. Now in this case, in which case? In the non-uniform motion case. In this case, the change in velocity at any time interval is not 0. At any time interval, the change in the velocity is not 0. There is something change. But here in the uniform motion, there is no change. The velocity change is 0 there. But in non-uniform motion, there is a velocity change at any time interval, and that is not 0. It may be positive, means sometimes the change will be positive or sometimes the change will be negative. The quantity which specifies change in velocity is acceleration. Now what is the acceleration? The quantity which specifies change in the velocity, that is acceleration. Here again you can see the acceleration. Acceleration is the change in velocity of a body per unit time. It is called as acceleration, or the rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity. You have seen the velocity, initial velocity and final velocity. So what is the difference in between this? That is the change in velocity upon time. Now example, if the velocity of body changes from initial value u to final value v in time t, then the acceleration is. So what is the acceleration? Initial velocity is u and final velocity is v. So our formula is change in the velocity. So acceleration is equal to change in the velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. This v means final velocity and u means initial velocity upon t, means with respect to time. So whatever the answer may be, the answer may be in a positive format or the answer may be in negative format. So velocity may be positive or velocity may be negative. That is the change in the velocity. So acceleration is nothing but change in the velocity. Change in the velocity of body per unit time, or rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Suppose if the initial velocity of a body, is 5 and here we can write the 5 per second, and the final velocity is 10. So here the change will be v means final velocity minus u means 5u, that is, and if the time taken is 2 minutes, if you take time 2, then here will be divided by 2. So 10 minus 5 is equal to 5 upon 2. So it would be, then the answer will come in the positive form. This is the thing, but it is a positive answer. So here if we change the velocity, then we will get different type of acceleration. So So acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity or change of velocity per unit time is nothing but the acceleration. So till now many terms you have learned: uniform motion, non-uniform motion, acceleration, velocity, displacement, speed. All the terms you have to read it properly and you have to remember all those terms for a long time. So you have to buy all those things. Now the SI unit of acceleration is meter second raised to minus 2. This is the unit of acceleration. Means here we can write that meter per second square. This is the unit of acceleration. Now what is meant by uniform acceleration and what is meant by non-uniform acceleration? So uniform acceleration is if the change in velocity is equal in equal interval of time. Change in velocity. If the change in velocity is equal in equal interval of time is called as uniform acceleration. Now we know that what is the acceleration? Change in the velocity per unit time. And here the uniform acceleration means change in the velocity is equal. If it is equal, if the change in velocity is equal in equal interval of time. Both the word equal are mentioned here. So that is nothing but it is called the uniform acceleration. And non-uniform acceleration if the change in velocity is unequal in now change in velocity is unequal and in equal interval of time is called as non-uniform acceleration. So here these two terms are very important. Uniform acceleration means what? If the change in the velocity is equal in equal interval of time, then it is uniform acceleration. And if the change in the velocity is not equal in equal interval of time, then it is called as non-uniform acceleration. So this is about all acceleration. The rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. And you have seen uniform acceleration as well as non-uniform acceleration. Next term, graphical representation of motion. Here you can see distance time graph is shown. So how can we represent motion by the graph? How the graph is helpful to show the motion. Now here distance time graph is shown on the graph paper. This is the format of graph paper where on the y-axis distance is shown and on the x-axis time is shown. So distance time graph, it is called as distance time graph. Now the change in the position of a body with time can be represented on distance time graph. The change in the position of the body. How the body changes from one position to next position, then from next position. So when body is in motion, the body always changes its position. It always moves from one place to another place. So by this graph, you can see the object moving from this place to this place. So this is the motion or the movement of the object which is shown by the distance time graph. How the object has travelled some distance in that interval of time. It is shown here. In this graph, distance is taken on y-axis. So on y-axis, distance is taken, and on x-axis, time is taken on this x-axis. The distance time graph for uniform speed is straight line. As I told to all of you, distance time graph for uniform motion is straight line. There is a reason behind it, because when there is a uniform motion, object travels equal distance in equal interval of time. That's why it shows in a straight line. It is called as linear also. This is because uniform speed, a body travels equal distances in equal interval of time, as I told you. Now we can determine the speed of body on distance time graph. Again, with this distance time graph, we can determine the speed of that object. for the speed of the body between point A and B. Here the point A is shown and here the point B is shown. So now we can calculate the speed or for the speed of the body between. Now the body is in between these 2 points A and B, and if we want to determine the speed, we want to calculate the speed of the body in between the points A and B. Now distance is s2 minus s1 and time is t2 minus t1. We can see here is the dot. So that if we draw a dotted line on y-axis, this is the distance s1, and from the B, if we draw a perpendicular line on y-axis, this distance is s2. Now, if we check, the distance at s1 is 10 and distance at s2 is 20. So, again, if we draw a perpendicular line on the x-axis, we will get the time because the time is shown on x-axis. So, from this A perpendicular line is drawn on x-axis. So, this is the t1 time t1 which is 5, and from the B, this perpendicular line we have drawn on the x-axis, that is time t2 which is 10 seconds. Now how can we calculate this speed? For the speed of the body between the point A and B, the distance is s2 minus s1, means is s2 minus s1, and the time is t2 minus t1. It is shown here. V is equal to now s upon t. V is equal to s2 minus s1, t2 minus t1. Now V is equal to 20. S2 is 20 and s1 is 10 as I shown here. 20 minus 10 is equal to 10 upon time. 10 minus 5 seconds is equal to 5 seconds. So when 10 is divided by this 5, answer is 2 meter per second. That is a now velocity. V is equal to 2 meter per second. Now in this way, this distance time graph helps us to show the objects in motion, so we can find out. Next point is the distance time graph for non-uniform motion. In the previous slide we have seen for uniform motion, it was in a straight line, but now here the object moves, but object is not moving in equal distances. Distance travelled or covered by object is not equal, but time interval is equal. So here the distance time graph for this non-uniform motion, this line is not straight, it is not linear. So not linear or non-linear. This is because in non-uniform speed, body travels unequal distances in equal interval of time. Here you can see in the non-uniform motion, body travels unequal distance. The distance is not same, but the time interval is equal. So in this way we get non-linear graph. Distance shown on y-axis, time shown on x-axis. So this is the distance time graph for a body which is moving with a non-uniform speed. So this object, this body's speed is non-uniform because the distance covered by this object or body is not equal in equal interval of time. Next point is velocity time graph. So what is the velocity time graph? Here you can see the change in the velocity of body with time can be represented on velocity time graph. In this graph, velocity is taken on y-axis and time is taken on x-axis. So this is the velocity time graph. You can see this is the graph paper, and here the velocity is shown on y-axis and time is shown on x-axis. So this is the velocity time graph. The change in the velocity of a body with time. This is the change in the velocity of body. When body moves, when body is in motion, the time there is a change in the velocity. When the object is in non-uniform motion, at that time velocity can be changed. So that change in velocity with time can be shown on the graph paper, can be represented on the graph paper. Here is first point given. If a body moves with uniform velocity, if body is moving with uniform velocity means the velocity of the body is uniform. The body covers or travels at equal distances at equal interval of time. The graph will be straight line. Here also graph will be straight line parallel to the x-axis. Now here you can see this is the motion of the object. Here we can see the object at A position. That means another position of the object, B position. So this graph is straight line, but it is parallel to the x-axis. So this is the x-axis and this graph is parallel to the x-axis. This is because the velocity does not change with the time. In the uniform velocity does not change. There is no change in the velocity. So the velocity remains constant. So it shows a parallel line to the x-axis. To determine the distance traveled by the body between the points A and B with velocity 20 km/h, the formula is given here. V is equal to S upon T. S is equal to now V multiplied by T. So V is equal to 20 km. Here it is given. Velocity is 20 km. So here V is equal to 20 km/h and is equal to AC or BD. Here it is given. This one is AC. Here is the C. This AC or this BD. Here is the D. Here is C. AC or BD. Now T is equal to T2 minus T1 is equal to DC. Now time shown here. So this one is T1 and this one is this point is the T2. So this T2 minus T1 means DC. AC is equal to T2 minus T1. Now AC is equal to T2 minus T1. Here you can see here S is equal to V into T. Now V is equal to 20 km, which is equal to AC or BD. So instead of 20 km, here AC is written, and T instead of T here T2 minus T1 is written. So S is equal to AC and T2 minus T1 is nothing but this CD. So AC into CD. Here you can see this is the C and this one is the D. So CD. S is equal to area of rectangle ABC. Now from this AC into CD, AC into CD means this is the area of rectangle ACDD. So that is the formula. So S is equal to area of the rectangle ABCD, because this is the formula of this rectangle AC. This is the rectangle and this AC into CD is nothing but the formula of the rectangle, which is equal to S. So this is the velocity time graph. Next point is if a body whose velocity is increasing with time, the graph is a straight line. Now the velocity is increasing with the time, so graph is straight line having an increasing slope. So this slope is increasing because the velocity is increasing. So the slope also increasing with the time. This is because the velocity increases by equal amount with equal interval interval of time. Here you can see the velocity increases with equal amount, with the equal interval of time. The time period is also equal. Here you can see 10 second, 10 20 also 10 second, 20 to 30 also 10 second, and 30 to 40 also 10 second. So this time interval is equal, and here the velocity is also equal. How? Here is the 10 meter per second velocity. Here also in between this 10. If we see the difference, here also 10. So the velocity is 10 meter per second, which is equal. Here also 10 meter per second velocity. Here also 10 meter per second velocity. Here also. So the equal velocity at equal interval of time, which shows the increasing velocity and the slope is also increasing. The area under the velocity time graph is the distance in bracket magnitude of the displacement of the velocity. The distance travelled by a body between point A and E. The distance travelled by a body between point A and E. You can see here this is the point A and this is the point E. So the distance travelled by a body in this distance, in this point, is the area ABCDE under the velocity time graph. The area A, B, this C, D and E. It is shown here. So what is given? The distance travelled by a body between these points A and B is nothing but the area ABCDE under the velocity time graph. So this is the area A, this one is the B, here is the C, here is the D and here is the E. So A, B, C, D, E. This is the area. So here S is equal to area ABCDE as shown in the figure. Area of rectangle ABCD plus area of triangle ADE. So what is ABCDE? We can see there is a rectangle. Here you can see A, B, C and D. So we can connect here. This one is the rectangle. This one is a rectangle. So area of rectangle ABC plus area of triangle ADE. Area of triangle A, here is A, here I will write properly A, D and this is E. S is equal to, now what is the formula of area of rectangle ABCD? Length AB multiplied by length BC. So it is written here, length AB multiplied by length BC plus area of triangle AD is equal to 1 upon 2 AD into DE. 1 upon 2 AD into DE. This is the formula which can be written by this velocity time graph. Here is the next point. Third point is, if a body whose velocity is decreasing with time, the graph is straight line having a decreasing slope. Here in the graph you can see, now the body is moving and the body's velocity, the velocity of the body is decreasing. Here you can see. So the slope of the graph also decreasing, and this is because the velocity decreases by equal amount with equal interval of time. So if you see the equal amount with the equal interval of time, this is the time and equal interval of amount, it is shown here. So that's why the velocity decreases. But in this graph you can see, here you can see the variation of in the graph if a body whose velocity is non-uniform. Now here the body is moving but the velocity of the body is non-uniform, it is not equal, and the graph shows different variation. In this variation you can see here the graph shows different variation, and this is because velocity changes by equal amount in equal velocity changes by unequal amounts in equal interval of time. Now you can see the variation. Here velocity changes, that's why you can see the variation, and velocity changes by unequal amount with equal interval of time. That's why this is a graph, velocity time graph for non-uniform acceleration. Here it is for non-uniform acceleration, and this graph velocity time graph for uniformly declared